Hello, I'm Michael Redmond, professional Go player. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a way to capture stones that is called a ladder. Let's start with this shape in the upper right corner, in which these two white stones are connected, but they are cut off from the other white stone at this point. They're diagonal and cut off. And so is black. Black is connected in the corner, but this other stone is cut off diagonally. So black also is cut off at the two marked points. So if we assume it's white's turn, how can white capture this black stone? And that is the question. And the way for white to capture it is called a ladder. This black stone, it has two liberties. So there's 2 points that white has to play to capture the black stone. If white can play both of these points, then the black stone will be captured. But since it's going to be black's move after white plays a stone, white has to choose carefully which move white wants to play first. If white just plays some other move, then black will have room to escape out into the center. So white has to choose a way to chase this black stone that will capture. And in general, it's pretty difficult to capture stones when they're running away towards the center of the board. But in this particular shape, there is a special way that white can chase this black stone and capture it. White will start by playing an Atari. And this is the correct direction for white to play an Atari. We'll do it the right way the first time. And black is an Atari. Black has only one liberty left. If we have black run away, white can chase diagonally. Chasing this stone diagonally is the pattern that we call the ladder. By doing so, white keeps black limited to only one liberty at all times. Every time black runs out to extend his liberties to 2 liberties, white will chase it diagonally to make it 1. Why is diagonally important? That is because if white chases in a direct fashion, straightly, then when black extends straight out, black suddenly has 3 liberties. And when you chase in a straight line like this, the more your opponent extends out, the more liberties he has. At this point, black has 5 liberties. We can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties. So that's not working. So to go back to this point, it's important to chase diagonally when your other stones will be participating in filling all of black's liberties, all of black's open points. You can see that this marked white stone on the right here is filling one of black's liberties even after black moves out. So it's working very efficiently to chase black. And you just keep chasing black to the edge of the board. When black hits the edge of the board, black runs out of places to go. So finally, when black goes to the first line, that move is not extending black to 2 liberties. White will capture it immediately. Naturally, in a real game, black should hopefully realize that this stone is not going to escape at this point. Just to tell you what black might do, black will play a stone on the other side of the board maybe. And this would be called a ladder breaking move, because if white ignores it, then black can escape the ladder the next time. And this black stone is going to combine with the black stones that are running away to make a connected group, and it will save them. So when black plays this ladder breaking move, I'd say it's generally a good idea for white to answer it by finishing off the ladder. And so this is the basic pattern, a very typical pattern of what a ladder is. So you start with this position, and white can play here to capture the 1 stone. So that was the ladder. Let's look at it in a slightly different position. Okay, here we have a position in the upper left. We'll say that this one is for white to play first also. So it's white's turn, and white wants to capture this marked stone here. How shall white go about it? And again, white wants to chase in a diagonal line so as to keep black in Atari at all times. So white will start. Let's do it the wrong way first this time. If white plays an Atari from the wrong direction, then black will extend here, and suddenly black has 3 liberties. This is a bad sign. If white continues to chase, black will extend up to the center, and black has 4 liberties now. 5 liberties. You can see that extending straight out into the center is increasing black's liberties. So we go back a few moves, and this was the mistake. So we'll take that one back, and we'll have white play from this side. Say black extends. Now white has 2 directions from which to play an Atari. This black group has 2 liberties. In this case, if white plays an Atari from this side, then it turns out that the white stone here, even though it looks like white is chasing in a ladder shape, there's a white stone that's in Atari. It's a white stone that black can capture to settle that position. So this ladder did not work. It was because white chased towards a weak white stone. Let's do it the right way now. White starts with this move and chases from this side. And there's nothing there in the lower right area, so this black can try to escape, but it's important for white to chase it in a diagonal fashion. In which case, the ladder will work, provided there's nothing blocking the way. And when black finally gets to the first line, black will not be able to extend the liberties, and this will be hopeless, pointless. It's very important for white to be continually putting black in Atari, because if there was any weak move here that did not put black in Atari, it would give black the time to play a move like this. And we call this a double Atari, because it's putting 2 white stones in Atari at the same time. And if white had played this way, then it would be no problem, because white would just take all the black stones. If black has an extra liberty, for instance, like this, then this double Atari will be a decisive move, giving black an advantage. So that's how dangerous ladders are. Let's give you one more example of a ladder. We'll start with this position and say it's black's move. This black stone has been put in Atari, and it is heading towards the edge of the board. So this black stone is going to be difficult for black to save. For instance, if black were to play here, trying to escape from the Atari, white would just play here, and black is at a dead end. At the edge of the board, black cannot extend his liberties. So that's not a good answer for black. Instead, black can give up that one stone and try to find something good to do elsewhere. So black's object becomes the idea that black maybe can capture this white stone on the outside. So this is a real game example of how a ladder might happen, actually. Black starts with the cut here on the second line. This is putting a white stone in Atari, threatening to capture this white stone. And white will answer that by taking the one stone here. And with this, white has saved that stone on the left by giving it an extra liberty. So white has a relatively strong position in the corner, and black is going to try to capture this stone in the ladder. Black starts the ladder with this move. This is the same pattern as the previous examples. But there's a bit of a problem here. It looks like there's a white stone that might be in the way here. So we have to figure that out. This is actually going to be a special case So far the ladder is going as normal. Now if black continued with this diagonal, then black would play here, but in this case the black stone here becomes put in Atari, and this is not going to succeed for black, like this. And white has escaped by capturing black stones. So that didn't work. But there are some special cases when you get down, when white has gone down to the second line like this, where you can play the final stage going straight to the edge of the board. So this is where the pattern of the ladder changes a little bit, and you chase the opponent to the edge of the board instead. So this is a case where the ladders change direction at the final stage. And the name ladder should be obvious at this point, but it's the diagonal shape that made people call this a ladder. So thank you for watching, and that's it for this video. If you liked the video, like it, and please subscribe to get more videos like this. Thank you.